We can fix it for now and then need to send that. Oh yeah, there's like, okay, so that's
shells and stuff.
Shells. Okay. Where any of the other wires, like that wire looks?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. What are you doing, my young boy? What are you doing, what, Cracker? Ready? Okay. Yeah. So, and this is where my kids play. There's rat droppings there, or whatever it is, droppings. And then last night I came out to put the stroller away, and this was over here. So like, you see where that spot is there?
Yeah.
I had that there, and I pulled it back. I made my husband come move this. I was too scared. I haven't checked the drawers, but I hope they're not in there. And then last night, I did see a gray mouse run from that corner over there back behind. And then they were kind of back here in the gym equipment area, but I didn't have the courage to move everything to make sure. Junkie baby, come here. Izzy.
And laundry room is right over
Yeah.
here, right? Watch your step. There you go.
Hey girls, put the dogs away.
Things around.
Yeah, so we've had droppings in here, just like in the, like in these little corners.
Okay.
And then I haven't pulled the fridge out, but I heard scratching back in
Well, that
here.
would be on the other side of the wall there because there would be.
We run this sweeper like every day, a couple hours a day. So it's catching a lot of the inside. You would never believe it, but I did sweep this morning.
But there is there's no dropping here.
So that means they're in the wall.
And that means it would be that wall where it's on the outside there.
But so if they're here in this wall, is this a hollow wall?
Oh, well, all your walls are framed.
Well, this, did you check the cover? Is that, okay, so if the junction box is where, right there?
The junction box is on that wall right there.
So then that's the garage. So there's mouse droppings on the other side of that. So somehow they're getting through there into the garage. What's this wall right here? You're standing by the,
Well, this would be your load-bearing wall that goes, well, actually, no, this is a dummy wall. Because your wall that goes from the garage comes into.
so like right here, this is where that wall where the junction box is?
Nah, see, if you look at it, it'd be this wall that goes through here. This wall goes down the side of the garage.
Yeah, so that's the one that the junction box on. So it ends up.
Because that's all the closet is dummy walls spread out for the closet.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if I'm hearing the scratching here, then you're right. It is coming from whatever is inside that external wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5 feet. So if I go from this wall, I'm not gonna be able to go 9.5 feet back, but so 1, 2, 3, 4. I can measure this thing. That's gonna fall. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so that is the wall. So then where is the fridge? Yeah, okay, so that's what we're looking at. So whatever it is back in this area, it's back in that wall. Because if I can hear them inside, if I can hear them behind the fridge, in the walls behind the fridge, are they just stuck in the walls?
No, so here's what I would suggest to do. Place blue boards on the inside here, inside the garage, and then I put 2 snap traps inside the junction box of where the cables and stuff is.
Okay, so you'll kill them inside the wall?
No, there be snap traps in the junction box. So when they get in the snap trap, all we have to do is open the door on the junction box and remove them.
And then how do we get all the debris and everything that's inside there where they've been nesting?
That's
you. So you guys are just like, you're just here to trap and catch.
I'm just doing the catch part.
You're just the trap and catch, okay.
Yeah.
So after we trap and catch,
Yes.
then we...
So what I did is I put some glue boards in here in the pantry, and then I put a couple snap traps in the junction box, and then some glue boards in the garage, and then Raj and I were talking, and I'm gonna have the technician that usually covers out there bring a couple bait stations, but they have snap traps, and set them in the bushes.
Okay, and those are safe for kids, like the kids
They're tamper-proof. They need a
okay.
key to open them up. They not be able to get in there.
Okay, perfect. And then how long do we wait for those traps to set and to catch everything before you come out?
However long it takes on that part on that. There's no given time on that. So in other words, we can do 2 or 3 visits and boom, they're gone. Or we can do more than 2 or 3 visits depending on what's in there. So there's no guarantees on the dates.
So like there might be 5 mice hiding in the wall. There might be 500.
We don't know until we put the traps out.
Can you tell by how many enter into the traps?
Nope.
Like you get one, you're like, oh, it's probably...
Well, no, so because it depends on how many you catch. So sometimes you'll catch maybe 1 or 2, and then sometimes every time you come, there's a couple in there. So it all depends on what you're catching on that. And because we can't see in the walls, you don't know the number on that. If anybody gives you a number, then they're not telling you the truth.
Is it a matter of like, are there studies that show, like, can we Google how many?
No.
You can't Google how many mice live in like a clutch or a group, or it could be one.
You don't know how long they've been in there, so you can't do that. You can Google all you want to, but Mother Nature has a whole different ball game on what the population is.
So there could be as many as one, as many as thousands.
Well, I wouldn't say thousands, because thousands you would definitely see a lot more activity with
Hundreds?
thousands. No.
Dozens.
No.
5.
I don't know until I put traps up. I can't give you an honest answer on that, because nobody can, because they cannot see in the wall.
Okay, get out of there, Isaac. Okay, so we have between 1 and undetermined amount of mice in, and then do you check the traps on a routine schedule?
We usually about every 2 to 3 days is how it's done. So
Will you need to come inside to check them?
if I put glue boards in here and in the pantry and in the garage, yes.
Oh, that just skeeved me. I just realized that there's gonna be like dead mice. Cause like, don't they, oh, is that like they get their feet caught on it? That's the truth. It's okay. I can handle it. I just am realizing that
Yes.
I've seen this
They're
before.
not going to go anywhere. Now,
Are they gonna make noises? Are they gonna like
rule of
scream when they
thumb
die?
is if you come across something and you want your husband to remove it and throw it in a trash can, that's fine. But that's the best way you're going to find out what's in there.
Okay, yeah, I just got skeeved. I'm more skeeved about seeing like poor little mouse. I do not want them in my home, but I also do not want them like to die in my home. But also, I don't want them in my home because I don't want my kids to be sick. So this is just, I'm sorry, this is just the way the cycle
There's
works.
not a really pleasant way of doing that. It's either glue boards or snap traps, one of the two.
And that's just to get an idea of how many are there. 'Cause you can't just start poisoning them because then they could take the poison.
No, we don't use poison out here anyway.
Oh, okay. That's
And
good.
I would, with kids, I would never suggest you using poison
Okay.
inside your house.
That's good, yeah. Good. Okay, so we're gonna set some traps. You'll come back every 3 days for a week, 2 weeks.
Like whatever it takes to control the situation.
How will you know when it's controlled?
When you check in the trap, there's nothing else in them.
After like 1 check, 2 checks?
It depends on what you catch.
Oh my gosh, it's probably just gonna be mice though, right? Like, what else are we trying? Like, what else could
I
we be
will.
catching?
With what I see in the box out there with droppings, yes,
Just mice.
yes.
Okay. There's not like raccoons
no,
or anything
no,
like that. No, it's probably gonna be mice. Okay. All right. Well, we got ourselves a little mouse hunting adventure, buddy. Come on, let's go. So he's gonna come back and check several times to check these traps. Will the work order just stay open then?
Yes.
Okay, until the traps are deemed clear?
Yeah.
And then he'll have to call every time he needs to come in the house to check the traps that are inside?
Yeah.
So will he call me directly or will the parks call me?
No, the parks will call
So
you.
he'll call them, tell them I have to come check,
Yeah.
and then the parks will come schedule it with me
Yeah.
for when we come and check it. Okay. And then once once it's exterminated and they say like, okay, there's no more, come here. Once they say it's exterminated, then what will they do about build back or like demo, or how will they get whatever's inside there? Because that's clearly like goes into a wall.
Then we'll have to talk and see what
Come
is
here.
the next step.
So once we get, so it's like 2 to 3 weeks to eradicate the mice,
Yeah.
and then cleaning it out and building it back.
Yeah, that I have to discuss and see after his report, and then we'll do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So if you're the maintenance supervisor, who do you discuss it with? A facilities director or?
Yeah.
And the facilities director is Jose Valdez.
Yeah.
So you'll, or Julian. Do you discuss with Julian or Jose?
I discussed it today.
Okay. And so then Jose will be the one being in contact in like 3 weeks to do that. So once they exterminate all the pests, is that when the work order will close, or it'll just stay open until they've gone in and checked everything inside the wall?
It will be open until everything is completed.
Okay. Because I just want to make sure there's no dead rats or mice or anything in the walls. Understandably. Okay. Hey, Emily's here. And put your backpack away. Okay, great. Okay,
If
sorry.
anybody gets stuck to them, just take, there's 2 things again. Just regular mineral oil or your corn cooking oil.
Okay.
Just use that and then take them right off. You don't have to pull half their skin off.
Okay, so just I'll just have to keep everybody out of here. Nobody's gonna be able to come in here because I can't keep a baby away from it or the dog. So, okay, so the garage is now off limits. How long is the garage gonna be off limits?
Until the trapping is done. Until if we don't see any signs of any trapping that gets on the traps, it could be just a couple weeks. But it all depends on what we start catching. I can't tell you that in 2 or 3 visits everything's going to be gone. There's no guarantees on that.
That's fair. So you'll call, Raj said that your company will call the parks to say when it's time to come check.
When I fill out my paperwork today, I will put a follow-up for Friday.
This Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to work until, I could be home as early as 3, if I hustle 3:30.
Francisco's the normal technician that's over here. I'm just covering for him today.
Okay.
But he does whatever's on the schedule.
Okay.
So when I put that in there and they call you to let you know that someone's coming out, you can tell them exactly what time you're going to be here.
Okay.
Okay?
Because we have to be here to let them in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can let them come in, enter on their own because they have a key if they have permission to check it while you're not here.
Yeah, they don't have permission to enter, but because my husband's job said they can't do that. So okay, well, sounds good. So 3 days, Friday we'll have a check, and
Yep.
then in a couple weeks, once it's all clear, then we'll build it back. So basically, we've lost our garage for a couple weeks.
Well, you can still use the garage. You're just concerned how the kids react around the
I
glue
can't have
boards.
the kids and the dogs. I'll
Adults
just
can
put
use
the-
because
yeah.
adults see them, they can use
Yeah.
whatever they want.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate it, sir. And then you're gonna provide a written report to the parks.
No, I just fill out where I laid out the glue boards and everything like that. Everything else, Raj and I took a look at and went over with him, and he'll do that part.
Where are the ones inside? I didn't see those ones.
There's a couple right on
Oh,
the
I
side,
see it.
the garage,
Can-
and in the pantry, there's 2 in the pantry.
Can I move that one underneath this wheel set? Because if it's under that wheel, it won't get. If it goes under
No,
there, it won't
there's
get.
one in the back.
Okay.
So I want where the doors and the entryways.
Oh,
is.
where they run.
Where they run around there. So if you look in here, I have one on the back there and one by
Okay.
the door there.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay?
I do not want to be able to find this. You are not having fruity pebbles, sir. I love you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Smart peppers? So this is where, okay, you stay there. This is where he put the traps here. Okay, here. Some kids and dogs will not be allowed to play in here. There, there. That's where the droppings are. There. Put them over here. And then some back in that corner. I don't want to go back there because that's where the mice are, right? Meow. And then he put a couple under here, there, and then a couple in this closet. And then they set traps outside.